Alright guys, what is going on? If you watched my video last night talking about the diesel heater stuff, it just arrived. I have a really strong suspicion that this is really going to kill a lot of those companies that are selling diesel heaters that are kind of moved from your standard type of box that you see behind me, that move them into Pelicans. I'm going to talk about some of the pros and cons that I see already, but I think this is going to be a really, really good buy for those that are camping, overlanding, and basically looking for a really good package for a diesel heater that still isn't to the level of price for other Overland type of diesel heater solutions that have been kind of built by companies. So let's go and take a look at it and start unboxing. Alright, so if we take a look here, this is the box that it comes in. This is the other diesel heater. If you take a look, this is the design, and the thing that sucks about this one, like I mentioned in my previous video, the air exhaust, or the air intake for the combustion and the exhaust comes out there, and the problem is this clearance isn't enough for you basically have to have a mount that allows the exhaust, or you have to put legs on this to make this taller so the exhaust can kind of bend out and over, so you can put this somewhere. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the diesel heater. Let's start unboxing it. I pulled the fuel tank out, and over here you're going to see your standard type of VVOR diesel heater solution. So I'm going to have this up here to kind of show you the size comparison, because it's really hard to tell, and the reason why I think this is going to really take off is a lot of people oftentimes will move their diesel heater solutions over to like a Pelican case or something like I mentioned, but this one kind of comes already in a nice package from what I saw on pictures and videos, so I kind of want to compare the two. So let's go ahead and take this cover back off so we can kind of compare the size of everything. The size isn't that bad. Obviously you're gonna have to mount the fuel tank. I think it mounts on this side, yeah. So there's mounting holes to this on this side here where you mount the fuel tank, and then it runs the fuel pump over, or the fuel line, into this right here. First impressions, the case, the handle is really nice. The box construction that it comes in is very similar to, I would say, like an Apache box. I don't think it's as high quality as like a Pelican case, but overall it's really nice quality. There's no squeaks. The handle is super nice. The way they've got the air intake for the unit is here. This right here, this intake right here is right here on that. Comes with the standard controller, kind of like how this one came with it. There's your power, and then if we switch this over here, you guys remember how I was talking about the exhaust on the VVOR style unit kind of requires either to lift this or drill a hole in the mounting step stool that, you know, like I had. This one actually comes with an exhaust port. I'm gonna take this decal off. Really clean, super nice. Like it doesn't look cheap, right? It looks like it should be, compared to other diesel heater, Overland diesel heaters, it looks like this one should be, you know, cost 4 times what I paid for it, right? Comparing what Overland stuff costs these days. I got this unit for $200. So originally the plan was, you know, I'm about $200 into this unit with the mounting stool and everything that I had. So I was like, well, you know, how about I move all this to a Pelican or another case? You know, a good case is going to cost you about 70, 80 bucks at least if you want an Apache, probably more. And then I'm going to have to modify everything to fit inside the case, and you know, I wouldn't have anything clean like this for the exhaust. So it made more sense for me to purchase this diesel heater unit that was already kind of prepackaged. And the 2 video reviews that I saw of this, it looked really good. Let's go ahead and open it up and take a look inside of what's in here. So really nice compared to the VVOR unit. It's got a really nice manual. I haven't scanned through it, and a lot of times the manuals that you would see on like Chinese diesel heaters, they don't look very good, or they're translated really poorly. But this one actually looks like a really nice manual. It's not just like cheaply printed paper. So let's go ahead and take a look inside this unit. This is the cheap little air outlet hose that they provide. I don't use this. I have my own that is way more flexible. So this is the air intake tube. Pretty standard stuff. If you take a look at it over here, it's the same style intake tube on the VVOR unit. Now let's take a look a little further inside. Here's the intake filter. That's pretty cool. It looks like you actually see a filter in this unit. I don't really see a filter in that one, but it's really cool. This one actually looks like it's an actual filtration unit. The base cover seems like it came off. It's inside here. Yeah, so this is the base. I'm kind of holding the camera as well, so it's kind of hard to do both, but let me see. Yeah, that is the filter. We'll put the filter together in a second. And then here is the fuel line. This is the fuel line that you'll use to connect to the fuel tank. And then standard, the muffler, and this is the exhaust tubing. This is the exhaust tubing that it comes with, which will exit out that way. And I think you're supposed to have it bent up, but what I think I'm going to do is, I don't really need the exhaust, since it's going to be sitting on the tailgate the way it is. I think I'm just going to attach the muffler to the exhaust here, so it's super quick and easy to disassemble. Intake tube here, exhaust tube here. It looks like it's got a nice little insulation setup. Accessory parts, looks like worm clamps and different brackets. But overall, the quality of everything looks pretty good. There's nothing that I see that really kind of gives me, it seems like there's a little bit of diesel already inside, so that's good. I've heard that they actually test these units before they ship them out, so there's a little bit of diesel fuel already inside the lines. The bracketry, the mount for the exhaust, I mean that's pretty clean, guys. Like that looks really good. Pretty standard type of diesel heater unit. I mean, look at this exhaust, or the intake port. I mean, it's bolted right into the case, right? They didn't just get like a cheap box case and just like screw everything in. Everything has like its own place. The outlet for the heater kind of just bolts right in. It's not, I mean, it's in there pretty well, and everything is routed with enough clearance. And what's really cool is if I close this really fast, if I close this, I'll show you the bottom of the case. The bottom of the case has like air intake, or not intake, but it's got vent holes, and these are actually functional vents as well. So the whole unit can breathe inside the case itself. Now, there's been talks of like, well, is this is it a fully waterproof unit? I mean, I would rather have some air exposure in here so that the exhaust heat isn't really heating up the inside of the case a lot. And it's metal, it's not like a plastic. This is actually metal behind here. So I think they did a really good job with that. Fuel pump angle, everything looks really good. All right, guys, I've transferred the diesel over, and I've got everything hooked up. Everything is all hooked up nice and tidy. We're gonna fire this up. Connected the fuel line, mounted the intake hose, and the exhaust side I'm just gonna put the muffler on. So let's get this on the ground and see how she is. All right, guys, well, here she is. She is up and running. blowing warm air. With most of the units, as far as the exhaust, you have to hook up the line. I just had the muffler hooked up to the exhaust hole, and it's working just fine. The way they have the unit typically is they'll route the exhaust pointing up, just like the intake. I'm not doing that because from what I've read, you don't want the diesel heater exhaust. You want it to kind of drain out, so I kind of just have it exiting out that way. Not that big of a deal, but it's one less thing that I have to carry inside the box. But overall, I think this unit is absolutely flippin' sweet. So if you open up the inside here, that's how quiet the pump is. Like I said earlier, there's actually an inline fuel filter on the system compared to the other one, which doesn't have an inline filter, so you get a little bit more value on this. But overall, everything is running well. No leaks. Runs great. For 200 bucks, I don't know why you would go with any other style unit, and the fact that it comes in a hard case like this is just really the icing on the cake, that I don't have to buy parts to fit a diesel heater inside of this unit. I know on Etsy there are companies there's guys that are 3D printing parts that go inside Pelican cases for like 80 bucks, but like, why would you do that? You're gonna be, I would say, well in $300 range after all said and done, sourcing the parts to fit inside of a Pelican case, while this unit comes with everything that you need for 200 bucks. I did find this for $200. I don't know if you're going to be able to find it. It seems like some of the units are out of stock at most sites, but overall, you know, comparing to the prices of some of these other units, like in my last video, people are charging almost $900, $1,000 for a unit like this when you can snag this for so much cheaper. So I hope this video is informative. We're going to be going out camping this weekend. We're going to be using this unit, and what's great is it's going to fit inside my Milwaukee box. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, drop them below. If you guys want to see any more videos on this unit, let me know in the comment section, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See you later.